The shadow is the part of the unconscious that contains the rejected and repressed instincts and behaviors that were deemed unacceptable by others and consequently by us. In order to fit in, to gain approval, we denied our dualistic nature and then we started operating from this good, acceptable, expected side and denied or ignored the bad, shameful, dark side. But the psychic energy within us, it wants a balance, so the shadow surfaces every now and then, clamoring for attention. Carl Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will rule your life and you will call it fate. If the psychic energy does not find a balance, if we keep denying our shadow, then it will only gain momentum and grow stronger until it starts taking over in autonomous ways. And the individual may not understand why they behave a certain way in specific situations. If we keep denying these repressed aspects, they will only fester and it will lead to a tug of war between the conscious and the unconscious, and it may lead to symptoms like mood swings, pain, irritability, and may cause manifestations at both somatic and psychological levels. When we deny our shadow, we avoid taking responsibility of our own actions by creating excuses and blaming others. We use defense mechanisms like denial, rationalization, scapegoating, displacement, projection. With projection, we throw out the good along with the bad. So we not only project our negative qualities in others, we also project our bright, positive qualities that lay dormant in us. And then we look at others either with awe or with criticism and judgment. We put up fake fronts to pose as good people who only have positive qualities, but the cost of that is we are not able to create deep, meaningful, and authentic connections. And then we use these fake fronts to display ego grandiosity, where we showcase our positive qualities or moral high ground by being kind and generous. But these are just ways to compensate for the low self esteem that is generated by the shadow. This is where self sabotage kicks in, where we create hurdles in our own path. So, to maintain these facades, we may develop addictive behaviors, or just to maintain that approval on the outside, we may eventually cause a burnout for ourselves. All these behaviors and keeping the shadow repressed causes a psychic war within the individual where they show one face to the world, but within themselves they feel another way. And so there's this feeling of being a fraud. And it causes them issues in their relationships because it is not possible to maintain a facade continually, especially when you are in an intimate relationship with someone. Extreme case of ignoring the shadow may take the form of shadow possession, where repressed parts of the psyche take over conscious behavior, unleashing primitive desires and unconstrained emotions. It may lead to the individual falling into addictions, developing dissociations, or exhibiting psychopathic tendencies. Denying the shadow may cause the individual to fall prey to herd mentality, where they behave in volatile ways in group or crowd settings. Here, the negative finds an expression, but it is in a destructive manner. Other examples are lashing out at strangers or trolling on the internet. Here, in all these scenarios, this mask of anonymity helps the individual to release this repressed energy, but it is often done in negative ways. Individuals may develop biases due to the negative aspects of the collective shadow inherited from groups, families, cultures by letting it stay unchecked. To become whole, we need to acknowledge, accept, face, and integrate all our parts. It may be challenging, but it is crucial for our personal growth and totality of experience. Marie Louise Van France, one of Jung's closest collaborators, said, the shadow is not necessarily always an opponent. In fact, he is exactly like any human being with whom one has to get along, sometimes by giving in, sometimes by resisting, sometimes by giving love, whatever the situation requires. The shadow becomes hostile only when he is ignored or misunderstood. Thanks for watching.